Well, hello there, beautiful snow people. It is Tuesday, the 28th of January, and I am up here at beautiful Bryan Head. And as you can see, it's snowing and sunny. Great combo. Looks like we've, I don't know, got about 1.5 inches of fresh powder, and I'm pretty stoked. Gonna ride the Recon again. Good old lens. Well, it's not old, it's very new to me. Definitely earning that skull there, and definitely want to wear the extra big helmet. So yeah, here's that. So I am gonna meet up with a couple guys from Salt Lake that are gonna hopefully be able to teach me how to ride this thing without killing myself. So should be fun. Let's go. Okay, so I'm here with other ski bikers. So we got Ron. How long have you been ski biking?
Oh, 15 years at least.
So a long time.
Yeah, quite a while. Right back when they were first starting it out.
Since the beginning.
Just getting into it.
So tell me about the bike that you have.
It's a sortie. It's a small frame and everything. It's a lot lighter weight and just real maneuverable.
Okay.
Get into moguls and stuff. It's real maneuverable.
Yeah, because mine looks overly large.
It's a Recon's a little bit bigger. This is the smallest frame.
Okay. So is that why you got the sortie as well?
Yep, I got the sortie as well. I started out on a medium Recon, got really proficient at it, and then I saw all these guys, all the OGs of the ski bike world, hop on the sortie, and then 3 years ago I ended up getting one myself. Got custom paint, big boy suspension, all that good stuff. And
ooh, he's got some nice suspension, Pete. Look at that. Oh. Same one as I got on the ooh.
The Z1,
36.
Yeah. 36, man.
Nice. Yeah, I got a 38 on my mountain bike. All right, so your name is Zach?
Yep, I'm
and
Zach.
Total, how long have you been ski biking?
I'm going into my 7th season now.
Okay.
Long story short, broke my leg snowboarding pretty severely. And then this next season, while I was recovering, I ended up stumbling upon ski bikes and just started riding. Go and have fun, get back out on the mountain.
Right. So do you ski or snowboard at all now that you ski bike or no?
No, I usually will trade my friends for like 1 or 2 laps on the snowboard when they really want to try it. Otherwise, I am 100% on the bike.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, these guys are going to attempt to help me learn. What they don't know is I'm really stupid. So
You'll fit in just fine.
And very awkward and ungainly. So we'll see how that goes. I appreciate them coming down here. So let's get sliding. All right, we're on. All right, so we're at the top of Navajo over here. It is not a punishment. It's even less of a punishment today because there's some fresh snow. All right, boys, so take me from step 1 because I am who I am.
Go ahead, Zach. Get you started on the...
So, what I usually do when I'm teaching or giving instruction of any kind, I like to start off with body position and what your body should look like on the bike. In mountain biking, we have the term called attack position, which when you're standing on the bike, elbows up, knees bent, chest over the handlebar.
Right.
So we'll start with that. Another thing is just being aware of body-bike separation. With a ski bike, it's a lot different than a mountain bike where you're kind of leaning in the turns with the bike.
Right.
This, you're kind of separating that bike and making the movements of the bike separate from what your body's doing.
Okay.
So one thing I do like to teach people first and foremost is the skidded traverse, or in other terms, the side slip. And what that is, instead of leaning your bike over on edge, keep the skis flat so you can be able to side slip, just like a ski or a snowboard would when you actually flatten out that ski and disengage your end. So that's the first thing I usually like to start people with. Secondly, we'll do what's called a garland turn, which is where you start turning downhill, but then you turn back uphill to try and initiate that rear ski drifting. And then we kind of put all of the pieces together. You complete a full turn, and then you just do a 1-turn stop, and then after that, you just keep on riding. So, first thing we'll do is just kind of scoot out on the snow a little bit. We're trying to flatten that ski out.
Oh, gotcha.
An exercise I'll usually do with people who don't always feel so comfortable
Okay.
flattening the ski out is I'll just get on slope a little bit. I'll use my uphill leg as a balance point. What I will do is I'll literally take the bike, wait for it to start sliding, like that. And then once that starts sliding, pick my foot up.
Ooh.
And as you can see, the big broad stroke
Yeah.
that the ski makes, that's essentially what we're looking to achieve.
Okay, so you're just barely keeping that downhill edge out of the snow just so you can
Correct.
slide without going high
And
side.
it's a lot further than you think to catch that edge.
Okay.
As long as you're keeping your shoulders and your body weight uphill so
Right.
that you're balanced, I mean, it takes a lot to get that edge over to actually catch it in high side.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's.
Yeah, there you go. Try to keep your front ski in line as best as you can.
Yeah, that is a challenge, isn't it?
Try going just a touch slower. Yeah, there you go. And so that motion combined with going forward, so you can go forward while doing that. That right there is the key to keeping your speed under control and coming to a stop, is disengaging and engaging that edge.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Really good.
So the big difference now, when I tried to do that when it was ice, it lackluster.
Yeah,
What I like
today's
to-
a really good day to learn.
What I like to show people is your track that you make in the snow, because a lot of people will just hop on and they're like, okay, cool, I'm doing it. And then you look back and it's just a little line like you're carving.
Right, carving.
So,
Okay.
and, when you go to make your first turn, when you're doing that, when you get to about the apex of the turn, when you're facing down the fall line,
Yeah.
is when you start to initiate that flattening out or that skidded turn.
Okay.
That way you don't pick up too much speed as you exit your turn.
Gotcha. See, that's what I've been doing wrong right there. I'll turn to go downhill and just.
Yep. And I always tell like people that I teach, anyone can hop on and start riding. Not everybody can stop, which is kind of the hard.
That's kind of the hard part.
On the chairlift.
And that's what I've noticed on all the other videos, is they're just riding completely out of control.
Yeah.
It's usually in deep powder that's saving them during the crash, and that's not optimal. So.
And practicing that maneuver, that side slip, will also help on like more hard pack or icy snow, like what Ron showed me the video you put out, I think earlier this week.
Yeah.
And I think that practicing that mechanic of it right there will help a lot, because then you're like, okay, cool, I know what to do with the bike.
Right.
And, you know, last resort, if you have to put that foot out for stabilization, it's not ideal, but worst case scenario, it can be done.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely saved my butt a couple times.
So another tip I'd give, bring your elbows out just a little more.
Okay.
Not quite at a full 90.
Right.
But the more straight you are,
Yeah.
the less leverage you have to go back and forth.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. So more moto, but not full moto.
Yeah, so a nice comfortable in between.
Gotcha.
And you want that weight on that uphill peg,
Okay.
because that's when you put the weight there, it's digging that edge in.
Right.
And even when you're tipping the bike down, you're standing on that edge.
So what are you doing with your weight as you go to initiate the turn?
So when I go to initiate a turn, what I will do, instead of being like neutral in the middle, I will lean just a little bit more forward.
Okay.
And what leaning forward does is think about like on skis, when you go to lean into a turn, you kind of press into the tongue of your boot.
Right.
What that does leaning forward on the bike is allows that front ski to have a lot more bite out of the
Gotcha.
edge. And then you're able to...
So it arcs
Yep,
on the
and
inside.
that takes pressure off the rear ski so that it can initiate that drift.
Gotcha.
One good thing, an instructor friend of mine who I taught this year, she's PSIA snowboard 1 and 2, and ski 1 and 2, is we're finding that little balance point. You're basically just chasing a little balance point between, you know, side slipping, and again, like, if I lean too far back, front takes off. If I go too far forward, rear takes off.
Yeah.
And so, it doesn't take much for you pressure your front ski or your rear ski, depending on, you know, what you're riding is.
Okay. All right. Woo, powder.
Yeah. Feels really counterintuitive. Do you mountain bike at all?
I'd ollie, yeah.
Yep. So it's very counterintuitive to mountain biking.
Very.
To lead that bike downhill while you're over here.
Yeah, it seems like that's a sure way to crash.
Yeah.
My brain's going, what? No, no, no. And then the snowboarder part of me, worst case scenario ever is to catch that downhill edge and, you know, land on your butt or your
Let me
wrist.
ask you this. How have you caught your downhill edge yet on this?
Almost.
Almost.
But not.
And how far did it take
It was way over.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that body bike separation is what will help with that a lot.
Okay.
Even on like the steepest stuff,
Okay.
you're still getting way over there, and it feels like my mountain bike brain is like, this isn't right.
Right.
But I have to retrain my brain to be like, no, you're on edges. Just because
Okay.
you are on a bike frame, you have edges on the ground. And that's, I think, the hardest mental battle to overcome.
Yeah.
Is like, okay, this is counterintuitive to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But the more you do it and get comfortable with it, your brain will be like, okay, I can trust this a little bit. I can like do
I'm
it.
not immediately gonna break both my wrists.
Exactly.
Okay. Does the angle on the camera look right?
Yeah, it's pointing pretty much straight at me. It might be a little up for you, but it looks like it has pretty
If
wide
I'm down like
lines.
this, how is it?
Looks pretty good.
Okay. Should be a wide angle.
Which
so
way?
you're good. Let's go that way.
Cool.
Less people.
So this is a little flatter here, so if you practice be like straight up and down super flat on your skis and just make little turns and lean on the front, because
Okay.
basic like a snowboard, your front foot's the pivot.
So I've noticed everybody's got these 3-inch-ish rise bars. Is that because this looks like it's probably about 4, maybe 5?
If you stand next to your bike, where does it meet you at? About belly button?
Belly button.
It's about where
That
you
right?
want to be.
Okay.
And honestly, what it really boils down to are you comfortable?
It feels like I'm too high. It
feels too high?
Like compared to my mountain bike or dirt bike, it feels like I'm not.
So what you could do is you could swap this
Swap
20
these and-
mil.
yeah, drop
and,
it.
Yeah, you could play with that.
Yeah,
I've had a
good
friend
call.
of mine just even swap his 5 mil spacer, and he's like, that little bit made a difference.
Okay. Because it feels like like when you look at a tangent, it's
Yeah.
all
Yeah, and those guys have big, like 6, 8, 10 inch
straight
bars.
up. They look ridiculous.
So I ride kid BMX bars because A, I'm a little guy, but I also
guy.
like riding trees a lot, so I cut them down to like, I think, oh gosh, like 620.
Yeah, I was
Mine
going
are
to say I want to put
tiny.
hand guards on there and just.
One thing that may also help is rolling your bars forward
Just
just
a hair.
little.
I
Just
thought
a
about
hair.
that too.
If you want to do that at any point, I have a tool with me.
Okay.
So that's another option I would recommend because I've
Okay.
done that for a friend. Cause
Yeah, it looks like yours are a few degrees forward.
yeah, Devin usually put them in line with the fork.
Yeah, that's
just
where
for,
they
like,
are.
the look of them. I mean, it looks great, but body position wise,
I was going to say, when I raced BMX, I had them forward just a hair.
yeah, and you know that's one of those adjustments that you'll make that's personalized
Personal,
to you.
sure,
Just
sure.
like with the stack height. and
Right,
all
like
of that.
anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the
Awesome.
little things that make big differences with these, and that's one thing I do like about these bikes is that even with the like weight forward and backward when you're side slipping,
Yeah.
it takes like an inch, if that, for you to get your weight where you need to
Nice.
be. Which a little movement up here
Yeah.
makes a lot down there.
Right.
Which is huge.
Awesome.
Ron, did you mention weighting the pegs?
Well, yeah, like we're gonna go down here. I just want you to stay straight up and flat and
Okay.
turn. But like on your snowboard, your front is your pivot. When
Yeah.
you pivot.
And you're always needing an edge
So
on a
on this is the
snowboard.
same way. You want to weight that front ski a little bit.
Okay.
And when you turn that front ski, the back ski will break loose and go like this. So you're just gonna go back and forth and get the back ski going like this, and stay flat.
Okay.
Because if you get in edges, then you're not going to get the back end to break loose. So just, this is nice and flat here, so you'll get some speed up, but you can make just little turns and feel how the ski break loose and kind of back and forth and get that straight up and down balance too.
Sweet. Okay.
And something that will help with pushing that ski around while you're flat. Think of like taking mini steps. Make a right turn, put a little more weight on the right foot. Same with the left, kind of back and forth like that with the weight of your feet.
Okay.
That'll help drive that edge back and forth.
Interesting. So kind of the opposite of skis then.
You want to weight that inside, the inside of the turn. You want to weight that side of your peg.
And that'll go that way.
Yeah,
and
so
that
you
way.
weight that, and then you weight this side.
Okay. Let's do it. Oh, look at that powder. Nice. So, if you're Zach, you can go backwards and not wear your helmet. As a ski patrol, I can't perfectly condone your current use of your helmet, sir.
There we go.
There we go. Nor can I condone the use of Roo Rocks, but still, that's a different story. Just kidding. They actually have a Stormtrooper one that's really cool.
Yeah, and the new RGX2 actually looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool. They look cool.
They got away with their camera mount though. Which,
Oh, really? That's too bad.
I'm kind of sad about because I really like it's a really decent, it's a pretty decent mount for what it is.
Yeah.
And it's actually screwed into the helmet, so I don't have to worry about breaking it loose.
Yeah,
Which is really nice.
that makes sense.
Yeah, with all the days I spend teaching, it's just like it gets hot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also feel muffled talking through it. Like, I'm a very face-to-face person.
Right, right.
So I like.
Yeah, that's the only thing about ski patrols. I'll probably wear an open face so you can see their face. It's a lot scarier to have somebody that's all Darth Vader-y looking show up.
Yeah. You're like, oh no, is the Force with me or
Right.
against me?
And doing CPR would be probably a little difficult. So.
Yeah.
Sorry about your face.
They do. The nice part is they do unclip.
You know, yeah. Oh, that is
You can
cool.
make it a 3/4 shell.
Mm-hmm.
But I always feel so naked without it.
I'm from mountain biking and dirt bikes. I love a full face.
Like it just feels wrong not having it, especially with this.
Yeah, this is pretty harsh. Sweet, dude. This is so fun. Just having this
Oh yeah.
is the biggest change in
And
the
that'll make
world.
a huge difference from like a straight bulletproof hard pack day. A little bit of soft snow
Yeah.
to practice in. And the more comfortable you get with those skills,
Right.
they'll transfer over to the hard pack stuff. Where you're like, all right, cool. This isn't ideal, but I know what to do.
Right, just like skis or snowboard or anything else.
Totally.
That makes sense. All right, let's continue the learning.
And the big thing is shutting off your mountain bike brain.
Yeah, and snowboard brain. The edge portion is snowboardy. The steering portion is mountain bikey. In between the two, I'm messing myself up. It's nice not to have so many people here today, too.
And something you probably have noticed after your couple of days is everyone has a strong side
Yes.
and a weak side.
Yes.
Which is
I turn
usually the hardest
right
thing
better.
to overcome.
Right.
Is figuring out, okay, which side am I really good at and which
Yeah.
side am I really bad at?
Well, from my Zoolander days, I can't turn left, so that's a
Yeah.
problem.
That'll happen.
When you do the apex that turn is when you tip the bars as you go around it.
That sounds horrifying.
To break that rear ski loose.
Okay, can you, one of you guys demonstrate that real quick and I'll film it?
He's gonna do the turn and he'll hit the bike.
Ah, gotcha. Having snow to bite into is so nice, dude.
Nice, dude.
I got the go flat for a second. That reminds me of snowboarding. The very first few times you go flat and like, oh, I'm gonna die, and then you
but
don't.
the margin for catching your edge on this is so much bigger. Like, it takes a lot, and I've had people, you know, I'm like, and they're far enough uphill. I'm like, all right, cool. Really lean it down. And
Jeez, look at that, everybody. So see how flat he is? That's crazy. I still don't trust it.
There you go. There you go.
So scary.
That was great. That was perfect.
So fun. Oh man, I really appreciate you guys coming down. Yeah. Whoop. Flat. Trust.
Definitely need some practice on the right. You're looking way better, man.
Yeah, the right's all flat edges. Wow. Yeah, you really can go flat on these before they're not catching at all. That's wild. So I think
Go back and forth, you know, get it into your edges and keep it flat. Right down front.
so. What he's doing there, buddy, is he's keeping that front ski really flat to the fall line and able to move that rear. I don't know why I'm sliding so fast. There we go. Sick. That'll be the next class. Oh man, that's cool. Jeez, I can't go forward yet, so we're gonna not go backwards just yet. That's cool, man. Ah!
Play it nice and easy. When you turn this way, you can't lean it in like that.
Yeah.
So you need to really keep that butt back because you're not,
Am I really still leaning with the bike like a?
carving across this way and you're skidding this. When you turn this way, you do really nice skidding.
Yeah.
When you turn this way, you're carving. You want to get it more
Flat.
slide out more and get it to slide a little more.
Okay. Okay. Don't want to get hit by anybody. Eep. That'd be bad. Yeah, that's harder. Yeah, I tend to not trust that right turn as much. It's interesting. So that's what you can do on a ski bike, everybody. Not what I'm doing. Flat, slide. So what you're doing there, I'm trying to do is go flat, not carving, slide, don't hit anybody.
Hold on a sec. So when you go into your turn and you're going across and sliding, lean, put your weight on this bar as you make your turn.
Okay.
And that'll kind of, you'll go into the turn. But
oh, you're putting on the inside bar as you're turning.
and then when you do the other one, you get to the turn.
Interesting. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was putting pressure on this outside bar, not the inside as you turn.
Yeah, if you do that, because really you're doing you're weighting the outside as you turn, but it gets that back end to come around.
Gotcha. Inside. I feel 100 times better. I need to stop staring at the ground though. That never works. Yeah, so everybody, don't stare at the ground. You wouldn't do that on your mountain bike or your dirt bike. All right. So, when going straight, unlike on a snowboard, you kind of keeping your front ski flat, and then kind of carving a little bit with that back ski.
That's a nice run, man.
Dude, that's so much better already. Woohoo!
And you're only gonna get better from here.
It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I'll say my first year riding with Ron and Devin,
Yeah.
I learned a lot from
I
these
bet.
guys, like a lot. And they dragged me down some stuff I wasn't ready for, but by the end of that season, I was giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, you survived, so survive and learn.
Yes, sir.
Cool kids sit down when they slide in. Oh, I feel so much better.